Wasteful FC. Here we go, here we go. Wasteful FC. Here we go, here we go. What's going on? Wasteful FC, people. Honestly, Prasanayat is here, mate. Deadwood FC 24/7. Trust me, mate. Trust me. Too little, too late in connection. Concession goal by McTominay. Get Bruno. I don't want him to play for Bruno. How bad was Bruno tonight? How bad was Bruno tonight? How bad was Rashford's finishing tonight? Absolutely wasteful. Wasteful. Wasteful FC, honestly. Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. Shocking performance by Manchester United. 37 shots or whatever it is. 13 on target. It's just ridiculous. 13. Their keeper played all right. He weren't that amazing. First time proper shot is placed underneath him. That it goes in. Don't get it twisted. He was decent. He made decent saves. He weren't spectacular. Super happy for him. Obviously a United fan. 23 years old. You know what I mean? Supporting United. He was super happy United won. He let one in. It was embarrassing. Absolute embarrassment. I'm not going to tweet this. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to save it for the show. Honestly. But where do we go here from that? And then some of you guys think that we can win this competition. And some of you guys think that we can finish top 4. I'm like, on what planet? What planet? I want to, listen, I want to know what you're smoking, what you're eating, what you're watching. Honestly. Absolutely. Oh, gosh. Dreadful, honestly. Big up Alfie. Big up Alfie. No quality in front of goal. Yeah, Ronaldo, they marked him out the game. Marked him out the game. Stand up, mate, Mohammed Hamza. Yes, we stand up, mate. We stand up if you hate Glazers. We stand up. We hate effing Glazers. This is why our football club is a joke. We're an absolute joke. Salam, Shabir. Absolute joke, man. So, Jinder, talk to me. McTominay is a savior. Did you see the other one that he skied? Oh, my. He's got 2 people to pass to. They're free on goal and he skies it. Forget Rosette. The ball's still traveling through Salford. Honestly. But it's a great finish. You can't take it away from him. Oh, my God. We'll finish second and get knocked out by Barcelona. Happy days for me. You know me. You know me. You know me. I just got to get my Thursday nights back. Don't let anybody gas you and tell you that goalkeeper. No, he made one spectacular save. That's the one where he tipped it, he fingertipped it onto the bar from Casemiro. That is the world-class save that he made. Rest of it was woeful finishing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It was absolutely shocking and embarrassing. You just gotta laugh. Just gotta laugh. Well, people tell me, what's the point being in this competition? We're not gonna win it, people. We're not gonna win it. We haven't got killer instinct or quality. We don't. It's crazy. Here comes Say Miasi to laugh at us, innit? Say Miasi, listen, we're already laughing at ourselves. You don't need to come here and laugh at us. You barely beat a pop team since the start of the season. Yeah. Oh, yeah. At the start of the season, but that makes your Arsenal a pop team as well. Start of the season. You've been awful in every game. Even when you beat us, it's time to admit Sancho's a flop. Salah strikes again. Wow. Saka. Okay. Saka strikes again. Fair enough, save. Big up, save fair. Say, the question everybody's asking is, how old are you? How old are you? But if you want to talk about we beat pub teams, we beat you. You must be a pub team as well. Big up, man. Ozoho. Big up, Francis, man. Big up, Francis. I have dreamed to play here for a long time. When I saw the draw, I wanted to play. I prayed to God to get an opportunity to play. I got it. I'm happy I played here. Oh, bless him, man. Bless him. That's what, listen, that's the romantic, innit? The romantic side of it. But Man United should not be in it. And He's 23 years old. He just played he had a good game. He played a good game. But Man United, don't let anybody tell you that he was spectacular. He made one fantastic save. One absolutely world-class save. Rest of them, in the middle of the goal, like Scholes said, they were all in the middle of the goal. They were. So don't give me all this. A minute keeper, Francis Asoho says, it's not easy to stadium to play with these big players. I'm happy in general. I'm a big fan of Man United, yeah. Well, bless him. Big up Hassan Yusuf, reporter of United Real Therapy, man. Big up Hassan Yusuf. Big up Khalees Romidin Lassie as well. McTominay, watching the goalkeeper, sometimes you think you won't be your day. Credit to the team. We have a real team spirit, and we kept going. Okay. We kept going. Oh, God. Exactly. We beat Arsenal. That's what I'm saying to you. We beat Arsenal, though. Tom, how embarrassing was that? How embarrassing was that? How embarrassing was that?
Jesus Christ. What was that?
We need
Seriously?
to get out of this competition soon, man. I'm telling you now. Somebody already predicted we're going to finish second. Barca are going to drop back. We're going to get beat by Barca, and that's it. We're out. But it's happy days for me, honestly. You know what I feel about this competition? I think this competition is an absolute joke.
Yeah, absolutely. It's second tier European football, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Let me just get this from Sami Yassin. McTominay, we knew we only needed to win tonight, but they'll be fired up too. Neil Lennon is a great coach. No games like this are very easy. Everyone is pleased with the results. Yeah. But Ten Hag seemed like he was pissed off. That's United's trophy beating Arsenal. As you know, you beat a great team. Saka over Mbappe. When it's time to be sensible, Sami Yassin goes for this thing. Saka over. He says Saka over Mbappe. On what planet? On what universe? I blame it on Irfan. I've sent the thing to him. I'm gonna ring him now. I'm ringing Irfan. But listen, Tom, give me what you thought about that game. I want to hear what you think, bro.
What did I think of this game? Well, what can we really say? I mean, we had about 20 plus shots at that goal, man. Listen, this goalkeeper.
37th, we had 34 shots, 13 on target.
Well, put it this way, right?
Woeful.
If you take some of these, like Rashford for me, like he should have had that hat trick tonight. He should have had easily. We saw him get that hat trick against Leipzig the previous year. That was even harder than tonight. If we're being fair, to score that hat trick a couple of years ago against Leipzig in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but they came to attack us, didn't it?
They came, and listen, this is what I like about some of these Europa League teams and even Conference League teams. You might not know any of the players, and they might not be quality players, but they don't sit back. They will at least try and give their fans at least something to cheer about. And I like that with some teams. I do like that, where they don't just come and do the usual thing, which would be to just sit back and hopefully get a draw and hope everything goes sweet and everything. Yeah. But it didn't, did it? Obviously, it goes sour with our players. But honestly, it's like going to a fight with a gun without the bullets. Literally, you know the amount of shots that we had on the goal. We hit the crossbar, Casemiro, Rashford. Jesus Christ, the amount of people. I'm like, listen, there was some I've got to be fair. There was some underwhelming performances. I have got to be fair.
Bruno, talk to me about Bruno.
I'm not even just talking about Bruno. Bruno, I thought Malacia was quiet in parts of the game. I thought Anthony as well, quiet. There wasn't really much to go off of, really. But listen, Bruno, man, he can play the Megalodon pass, but he can't play Ten Hag ball. He cannot play this system because he is not a systemized player. He's a player who you need to have a free role for. It's almost like we've got the same situation that we've had for 5 years with Paul Pogba. How can you unleash Paul Pogba? How can you do all this? You signed the player next door to him. You signed the player next door to him in Casemiro, who would have unlocked Paul Pogba, and then you let him go. And then you bring it, and then you've got such as Bruno Fernandes, who he hasn't got any sort of. There's no way you could shut him. You can't shut him down. There is no way that you can. I can't see feasibly how the coaching staff or Erik ten Hag can get in this player's head and mindset of you have to stick to the system, because he's not a systemized player. He isn't. He's a one-man band. I'll have a shot from 30 yards and hope it goes in the top corner. Or I'll always play the Megalodon pass every single time I have the chance to. You need to be smart in football. The Ten Hag way of playing football isn't as soon as you get the ball, boot it 50, 40 yards and get somebody kicking. That's not the way of Manchester United. If you want to do, if Bruno wants to do that, I'll tell him where he can go. Go to Rangers. Seriously, go to Rangers, because that is literally their ball. Get the ball, boot it 50 yards, and get somebody pegging after it. If that's the way that you want to play, it'd be perfect for it. Ten Hag ball is it's not about making one pass that will connect and you're 50 yards up the field. He's a person who his systemized game is what? Take 5 or 6 passes to get 50 yards up the field. That's the Erik ten Hag way of playing football. We're not in this era of, you boot it 50 yards and suddenly you're in on goal. You've got all the possession in the world, all this and the other. It doesn't matter about the amount of chances you create. You could create, like you say, we created 30 plus shots tonight. If we're being fair, yeah, 13 on target. Listen, we should have been 4-5-0 breezing this team. 13
on target, 13.
Yeah. Well, we should have breezed this team.
Fan. He's second team in the world. Omonia Nicosia has done him proud. 4,000 fans in Manchester making an absolute racket. Irfan, the therapy arm is blaming you. But
blaming you? What for having a bit of honesty, reality. I'm not giddy. I'm not arrogant, man. I'm not arrogant, man. You know, like, listen. When we used to win, we had a right to be arrogant, right? We had everything, yeah. Right. We were talking yesterday, like, oh yeah, we're this amazing team. We're going to beat them 5-0.
Everton would beat this team 3-4-0 because they would have people who can finish. What do you think the chances were?
No. Listen. Let's not get sidetracked here, right?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You lot said we were going to smash this team, and you call a quick team.
The finishing was the most horrendous finishing
ever. No, it wasn't just the finishing. It wasn't just the finishing. It wasn't just the finishing. Okay, wait a second. Tell me how many amazing fingertip saves he actually had to make, really, though. He made one. Our finishing was a joke, and our penetration is even a bigger joke. Okay.
If you're watching, can you talk and hear me? I can hear feedback. Am I on?
Well, hang on a minute. Have I got something on? 1 minute.
No, it's from you, Nuruddin.
I got nothing on Nuruddin. It's not me.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, it's gone now. Anyway.
It's gone. Well, anyway.
Yeah, it's gone anyway. Go on.
Go ahead, Irfan.
No, I was just saying. Look, right,
Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, Newcastle smacked that team 5-0 tonight.
Yeah, because they know how to make chances. Do you really think we made chances against that team?
Irfan, we had 13 shots on goal.
I don't give a shit. We had 300 shots against them. No. We did not.
Listen, I'm telling you, a free header from Fred, one-on-one from Marcus
Rashford. Yeah.
Another close up from Marcus Rashford on his left foot. What are the other chances that we had? Who else had?
But they're on his left foot.
Bruno from 3 yards out. I
must have missed that one. I must have fallen asleep by then.
Bruno from 3 yards out. Bruno from like 20 yards out, dead central in the goal. McTominay, 21, about 22. No, actually, it was inside the area. He skied it. Well, 2 players are there. They had the chance, the finishing, absolute dog shite.
No, I just say, okay, the Fred one.
He made one fantastic save, the one from Casemiro. He's going that way, and he fingertips it onto the bar.
Yeah, no, that the Casemiro one was definitely a great save. That was the world-class save he made. That was the one. But it showed how we struggle.
Look at this here. I'm too negative. No, that game was better, more exciting than.
Obviously, these sarcastic people. No, look, I was just trying to explain. Look, it's a reality check for us because, like I said, we're a damaged team. We're damaged fans. We're damaged everything. I said yesterday that they're not a pub team. Oh, yeah, pub team, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what are you talking about, guys? I don't get it. And even you lot sort of bullied a terrible team. Okay? And that's the truth of it. We can't open up teams. We cannot penetrate. Our passing, our movement is lack of it.
We've got Bruno, who's just absolute imbecile.
Yeah.
Footballer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand these. Again, I don't understand these crosses. Crosses into who? Who's going to head that in? Ronaldo's not going to head it.
This is the thing, though, isn't it, guys? And this is probably one of the reasons why a lot of people were saying in the summer the priority target, or one of the priorities, should have been that centre forward, with or without Ronaldo leaving the football club, because we've left ourselves short. Because Martial, love him or hate me, can't stay fit. Rashford ain't the answer because he's not a number 9. Ronaldo is past his best. I think a lot of people can see that now.
Yeah.
So we have literally got nothing. We have got nobody. You don't exactly have somebody bursting through the academy. We did. He's landed himself in the nick and we're in trouble with the law. So what do we exactly have? Nothing. And we got linked to God knows every pillar to post with strikers in the summer. We got, what was it, Sesko? Then you went to Arnautovic. By God. And then you look at the performances, like, for example, tonight, like with Bruno. Yeah, it's okay. You can spam crosses into the box. It's like playing FIFA. You could put 50 crosses in the box. It doesn't mean you're going to score. If you've got nobody on the end of it, or you've not got enough players in the box, nothing's going to happen.
Tom, let me just read this out.
It's not God.
Scott McTominay is the first substitute to score 90th minute winning goal in European match for Man UFC since only going to Solskjaer 99 final. Wow. Hey, the legend that Scott McTominay races. Neil Lennon, Francis Osoho was world-class tonight. No, he wasn't. He was all right. He had a good game. He made one world-class save. We were a minute or two away from the greatest result in the history of the club. And there it is, F. Do you see that? The greatest result in the history. Because everybody knows they're not. Ronaldo's weekly wages is their whole budget for the year, I believe.
No, you don't know that. It could be that, though. It could be.
The fast difference is great. I agree with you. I really want to get out of this Europa League.
Yeah,
we're not going to win it.
Nerdy, we're not going to get close. If we get through the group, we're going to get beat in the first round. The next round, we're going to get beat. Yeah.
Check. Yeah, YUFC says, "Come on, guys, that was a phenomenal performance." We had one of those games. The ball refused to go in. This is football. What a performance! You're taking.
Sadly, lots of football supporters don't actually see the game. They just see what they want to see.
Paul's because I think he's frustrated. He's expecting 4 or 5. That's what I said. Now we played 95 minutes for our first team on that pitch. 91st minute on our first, and now on Sunday 2 o'clock we're playing. That's 2.5 days we're playing.
Yeah. And it could have a big effect.
Newcastle are watching that, going, "Oh, extra time, come on."
Yeah, but Nordin, you don't know what this team do. You don't know they might actually play okay. You just don't know in Man United. You just don't know.
Suppose goal difference could be a massive in this group. Why do people happy when we bantered them? I know there was Obama, but come on, guys, lol. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's not unbelievable. This is what I said. I agree. This is what I said. I agree with Scholes. It's not. It was poor finishing.
Yeah.
It was horrendous finishing.
It was super poor finishing, but it was super poor gameplay in the final third. Lack of ideas, lack of anything. I don't understand what the fans are saying. We had 30-yard shots. I thought you could have 300 shots. It wouldn't have made any difference. They were not going in. United have got no football intelligence up top. Zero. Zero.
Look how Eric Ten Hag was so pissed off. Pick up Hassan Yusuf, by the way. Look how pissed off he is. They asked him, Eric, was that the result was the most important thing? He went, nope. It wasn't. Every time I have to give the team a compliment, kept getting in the right positions and creating chances and didn't allow the opponent to come out. I think they did well. Only one thing. Well, I don't know about that. Eric Ten Hag, I hope we saved the goals for next week.
Oh, that's a good line, that.
I reckon we're looking forward to Sunday, big game. We have to prepare well. Good luck with 2.5 days, mate. I reckon there's always difficulties against teaming this so compact. We need high speed play, tempo on the ball. We didn't have any of that. We didn't have any of that. We had it for 10 minutes. I have to give the team a comment. They kept going in the right positions. I know football. I know how football is. We scored already so many goals. I'm not concerned about that.
Listen, Eric, I don't know where you scored him. You might be scoring him in training, but we're not seeing it on this field. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, David De Gea giving the young keeper, Francis.
He's a Man United fan as well, by the way. If you didn't know.
That's why he was happy when he got interviewed. He was happy. He was happy.
He deserved that interview, to be fair to him, though.
He said it was a dream. But he played all right. He made the saves to be made. The only proper shot with power, that was a shot that beat him. And the one he tipped on to the bar. Eric Ten Hag on the substitutes, we know how a couple of games out on the bench had where the bench had an impact, and that's what I demand. We don't have 11 players. We have a squad. Well, I don't know about that. I know it's Omonia, but we battered them for 90 minutes. Goalkeeper was mental to. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. The same as is bad. Irfan, who's more boring to watch? Liz Truss, Starmer, or United?
That's one of his best ones. I've got to give him that. That's one of his best ones.
Right, clap him there. Xavier, that's a brilliant one. That. Go on, Irfan. Answer the question. Big up Xavier.
I mean, like, you've got three of the most boring things in life, haven't you? Let's be honest. Liz Truss is off the scale boring. Starmer's the guy that invented the word boring. And then you've got United, who've become the new king of boring.
There you go, Xavier. You got your answer there. You got your answer. For me, United for me, because I don't give a fuck about the two of them.
Yeah.
They can both fuck off.
Yep.
They can go and get the hell out of get a hat off.
Tory light and then Man United.
I care about United, so United tonight was just horrendous. But big up saying. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, Nuruddin, do you really want us to stay in this tournament? Do you really want us to?
Me? No, I don't. I want to get out.
So what if it was 0-0? Would you have been happy with that? I mean, obviously.
I want to get out.
I don't mean obviously not happy with a terrible performance of a draw, but you know, we need to be out of this tournament. We really need to be out of it. Otherwise, our season's going.
It's a democracy here. Therapy Army voted to say no. We have to stay in this tournament. Some of them think that we're going to win it. Wow. Some of them think we're going to win it. David De Gea on his 500 Man United appearance against Newcastle on Sunday. Wow. Let's hope he puts in a brilliant goalkeeping performance. Homer stopped Eric Ten Hag for a picture on his way to the press room. The kid is living his life. That's what I'm saying to you, Irfan. That's the levels. When do you ever see a goalkeeper, opposition goalkeeper, taking a photo with an opposing manager? When do you ever see a goalkeeper smiling when they've just got beaten? You don't understand that where Man United are in world football, right? Or where Nicosia are, where they are. I mean, I don't even know they tried to find number 7 tonight. I don't know if they tried to find him. Honestly, what chances did Ronaldo have? I don't think even have. Listen, there's over 120 of you. Like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But it's crazy.
So what are we thinking then? Are we thinking that we need a new creative player?
I told you we need a midfielder. We need a midfielder who can carry the ball. We need a striker, right? We need a striker.
I agree with that. Yeah.
We need a right back. Because I don't know.
So what players are we thinking?
I don't rate Diego Dalot. I'm sorry, I don't rate him.
The only thing I'm saying with all this is, we obviously know with the market, and when Man United's name comes up, you're obviously going to get pinched for the price tag. We know this, but you see a lot of these. I'm looking at it from this point of view of where I see all these little players that you can buy for 30-40 million pounds, and we don't accumulate and we don't take the gamble because it's not a high price tag like you paid for Anthony of 100 million euros, but it's not a low price tag that you paid for Malacia in 12, 15 million. You're somewhat meeting in the middle. For example, I look at the goalkeeper the other night for Porto. Diego Costa. Listen, man, if you £50 million release clause in the summer, and I look at a lot of these top goalkeepers now in world football and what league they've moulded out of. Ederson, for example, I think is probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not probably the best. Came from what league? Portuguese league. You look at someone like Alisson, for example, the Brazilian way of playing football. In Brazil, they are studied under what philosophy of football? Portuguese football. Mm-hmm. You look at the philosophy of lots of top goalkeepers in the world. They study the Portuguese way of playing football because of not just because of the language, and it's native in their country for Brazilians anyway, but also due to the fact of it's their system, it's their way of playing, it's the way that they're brought up. But I look at deals like such as that. Why don't we do it? Like I'm seeing Todd Bowley and Chelsea. They move like they move like an F1 car. We move like slugs. Honest
Tom,
to God.
I'm not impressed to watch him. How good is this Diego Costa?
I think he's very, very good. You said about the goalkeeper. I know you rated Sanchez at Brighton, for example, before, and you've got the kid at Brighton, for example. You've got Jose Raya at Brentford. A lot of people rate him. These goalkeepers, you can pick these people up for what?
To me, there isn't.
Peanuts.
I'm not going to lie to you. There isn't one goalkeeper that I've watched that I thought is outstanding.
I thought he was outstanding the other night. I will be fair in saying that. And I think some people in the comments, if anybody watched the Porto game, give me your thoughts on what you thought of it. I thought he was very good, to be honest. But listen, you've got so many. It doesn't even have to be the goalkeeper position that we talk about. We've just said about the midfield, for example.
I don't know what's happened to Tom, but listen, guys. Ten Hag here. We've said at halftime we need to keep the focus.
For a lot of people, a player like N'Golo Kante.
Tom, you cut out for a bit. You have to repeat.
I'm back. Yeah. What I was going to say was, I think the next best thing that this man
watched Diego Costa the other night, and he's a fantastic keeper. You reckon?
I think he's a fantastic keeper, especially from playing out from the back as well. Which obviously we know David De Gea's frailties are from that, but he also saved the penalty the other night as well. So there's a lot of, I would say, prospect in potentially getting a new goalkeeper, because not only in the fact of I just don't think Erik ten Hag will fancy Dean Henderson. I've just got that gut feeling. I don't think he fancies him. Otherwise, I think he would have convinced him to stay. I don't obviously think he's going to stick with David De Gea long term, if I'm being honest, because regardless of the age, goalkeepers can play till whatever age they want and retire. Doesn't matter. But the only thing I will say in the regard of David De Gea is, if he doesn't improve on this kicking and the playing out from the back with the patterns, he ain't going to be sticking around when we start qualifying for the Champions League and we want to start winning things in the third or fourth year of this project. He won't be here, or he'll be the number 2 on the bench. That is just how it is, unfortunately. You have to be able to be mobile with your feet and the movement of players around the football field to pick them out if you want to play this system in the long term. In the short term, you can make do and you can get away with it. Long term, you won't be able to do that. Wow. You will not be able to do that because you will get caught out and you'll get slacking on the ball.
Listen, Atik just here says, Nuruddin, I've been watching United for almost 35 years. This has to be the worst United I have ever seen as a United supporter. Wow. That's a statement and a half.
Wow, that's a waffle, that.
That's true. That's true. I'm not going to argue.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, somebody here was saying something. Yeah. Somebody saying here says, we are clueless. The lot is far from the issue. The front four is our main issue. But listen, he doesn't put a cross in. In modern football, you need your right backs to go out wide and get a ball in. He can't. Tell me what good cross he put in tonight. We had 80% possession almost. He is the issue. He's not good enough for me. I'm sorry. He is not good enough for me. at this moment. He's not. He's young. He can get better, but he's not good enough for me. He's not. Java says, I'd rather come second in the group and play Barcelona Juve than guff teams like London Graz or Quarterback. Knocking out or getting knocked out early is the best way. Tom, do you think we could win this competition deep down in your heart of hearts?
What, the Europa League?
Yeah.
If I'm being fair, I think 11 against 11. I think there is a chance. 11 against 11. But if you factor in the squad depth and when you get towards the end of the season, you've got all the different tournaments. If you're in the FA Cup, if you're playing 2 games a week in the Premier League again and stuff like that. And obviously then you'd have the European competition as well. I just don't think we've got the squad to get there or to get over the line. I think, listen, if we get to the final, I fancy his chances, to be honest with you. But I think even getting to the final without the squad depth and the quality of the squad depth that other teams have, I think we're going to struggle to make it there. Because I think there's far better teams, not just in the competition right now, i.e. someone like an Arsenal, who have the squad depth and the quality of it, who could potentially outdo us in that regard. But also with these teams that are dropping down from the Champions League, regardless of what they say, they are Champions League players. Those players that will drop down to the Europa League, they're Champions League players. They could play at another Champions League club and excel. However, they've dropped down now to the second tier of it. They have got the better squads, because if they didn't have the great squads, they wouldn't have qualified for the competition, for the Champions League, if they didn't have great squad depth. We don't have it, because either it's injured or we just don't have the players to facilitate it.
Tom, okay, some people might think my hate for the Glazers, all of our hate for the Glazers and the structure is clouding the way we judge this team. Nick Van Dam says here, we lose, we win, always complain. Nuruddin, you're better than this. We just started a process that's 3 months in where we are projecting so much negativity to the squad. Peace and love and good night. Listen, Nick Van Dam, you're allowed to have that opinion, but we've got to judge it game in, game out. I'm sorry to say. We've got to judge it game in, game out. And tonight, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. We are playing a team like Port Vale. I'm sorry, but they are. They are a team like Port Vale. They were just happy to be there. So I'm sorry to say that. I can't lie. I can't come with toxic positivity. I can't. And I believe in the manager. I believe in his coaching methods. I don't believe in these players. I'm sorry to say. I do not. In the squad, yes, because they're not good enough. Some of them should never be playing for Manchester United. They're not good enough. And they're some of the most highest paid footballers in world football. 10 of them are some of the highest paid footballers in the Premier League. Premier League pays the most wages.
Yes.
So that means then they're the most highest paid players in world football. And they're playing for Man United. So how do you want me to be positive about that? How? Everything the Glazers and the bankers do affects us. I'm disengaged because I have to tell the truth. I've got to stay real. I can't just dress it up and go talks. But no, it was embarrassing. The whole of the world football has been laughing at us for 10 years, and you want me to be positive? When? Somebody just told you this is the worst United team they've watched in 35 years. They're not effing lying. So you want us to be positive? Fake positivity? Nah, mate. Honestly, you're tuning into the wrong channel. If you want fake positivity, you're tuning into the wrong channel. Alfie says here, looks like no one in the team wants to make the last pass to assist. Everyone just wants to shoot. Yeah, I mean, that's what it became last night. That's what it became tonight. That's what it became tonight. Listen, Athenion, what does this show become? The worst United in 35? Yes, we have a higher standard. He's saying what the fuck people are on. The manager has been here 10 minutes. Yes, we're not talking about the manager. We're talking about the players. The other guy who was in charge for 6 months said we need 10 players. And now they're saying we can't sign anybody in January. Martial is injury prone. Rashford couldn't find the app. He couldn't hit a barn door tonight. We got Ronaldo who's been marked out of the game. And then you're saying we're complaining. Give your heads a wobble. You need to give your head a wobble. What planet are you on? How long have you been supporting Man United? How long have you been supporting Man United? What are you on?
The only thing, to be fair, the only thing I will say with this comment is, yeah, it takes time to build a project. We understand. We all understand it. We all understand this.
Tried to build in the last 10 years, Tom.
Yeah, but hold on. We all understand it takes time to build and restructure a project. We all know this. You know, for the most modern day example you can use is the Arsenal one, for example. Arsenal are where we are now, right at the start. As soon as Arteta got in there, where he didn't have the players.
Tom, 1 second, Tom, hold it there. Shabir, of course, I understand the way that Eric Ten Hag wants to play when you have the inverted right back into midfield. But tonight, he was wide about 4 or 5 times, and he couldn't even make the space, beat his man to cross the ball. Horrendous at crossing. Horrendous. He's had one good cross all season, set up the goal for who? Bruno against Southampton. That is woeful. Woeful. Go ahead, Tom. Tom, go ahead if you're there.
Yeah, well, like I say, I was going on about it with all the team and everything, and I look at the structure and everything all. Like, listen, it's not like inclusive at all. Like, you take 4 players out of Manchester City's defence, they replace them with 4 other quality players. We just don't have the quality there. The drop off is far too deep when you want to try and portray it takes time to rebuild and things like that. We all know this. And this is what I was trying to make about the guy's comment before. We all know this is going to take time. It's not a quick 12 months, 18 months turnaround and suddenly we're back at the top of the league and blah, blah, blah. No, nowhere near. 3, 4, 5 years easily this is going to take. And regardless of what people say or whatnot about the amount of money we've already spent already, it's going to take a considerable amount of investment. However, smart investment is what I'm talking. If these people had brain cells, do you know what's funny, right? I actually think the Glazer families could succeed with Manchester United. And I'll be fair in saying this. I actually think they could if they employed proper sporting people to manage their finances a lot better in building a team which can compete. They would be a lot better off if they went and bought a proper sporting director, invested £15 million a year minimum in a sporting director. Go and get someone like a Luis Campos, or you go and get one of the best sporting directors out there. The names are out there. Dan Ashworth was available, for example. Go and get somebody, invest in them, and let them have the reins of your finances to invest in this team. And that is the one thing that I would say in terms of you can build. But when I look at this squad and however people want to say about time and investment and money, listen, these people want to invest £1 billion in 10 years. That's fine. I know a lot of there'd be a lot of sporting directors who will laugh at that and think I could have probably I would have only needed £500 million. I would have needed 3 years, and I would have got Man United in a lot better position than the fools that have run us already. And that is just how it is. A lot of these sporting directors, I'm not surprised if they wouldn't even want to come here. Because unless they have a guarantee over, I have XYZ amount of money and time to build a team, you ain't going to have any sort of assurance with these people because they go back on their word every single time. And John Murtough, you can forget ever trying to work with him as a football director or whatever you want, because as soon as Ralph Rangnick opened the lid on the worms of behind the scenes and calling out players and stuff, that relationship went sour as soon as they got in the door. And he was in the door, 2 weeks? And apparently they'd already fallen out. So look at it from what you will. If these people employ a proper sporting director, I don't even think we'd be that far off, to be honest with you. Because if these people were smart, which now we know, we all know that they're not.
But some they don't know football. They don't know football.
But this is the point that I'm trying to make. If you don't know football, employ somebody who does, and waste your money, but waste it in the right area. That's what I'm saying.
Nick Van Dam, you're explaining the basics to us. We know what Malacia does on the other side. But when both of them go wide, they don't cross the effing ball in the box. So I don't know what you're on about. what you and this other guy are on about, I don't know what you want about. If you want some toxic positivity, there are other channels out there that will give you the toxic positivity. We don't do toxic positivity here. We call it as we see it. We're honest. We're honest. Both of the fullbacks tonight, woeful. Bruno, woeful. Rashford's finishing, woeful. Are you going to come up with anything better to say that that's not the truth? Give us your evidence. Give us your evidence. Give us your evidence. Give us your evidence. Crawley FC, that's what we're playing like. Of course we are. When you've got Bruno, who just is horrendous. You know, one minute, what doesn't make sense to me is the players are here. You just can't sell it tomorrow. It takes a while for them to... Listen, tell me how many we've sold this season. Know your football club, Nick Van Dam. Know your football club. Manchester United overpay for players, give them big wages, and do not want to let them go. Unless they want to go.
Man United get rinsed in the market. Man United get rinsed.
Paul Pogba, Juan Mata, Matic. A lot of the players run their contracts down on
Cavani.
United. So I don't know what you're talking about. Look at how many players we've sold this season. We've sold Andreas Pereira for 10 million, who's not been here. We've sold the youngster in Anthony Garner. Who else did we sell?
James Garner,
yeah.
Who else we sell? No,
I don't think we sold. I don't think we sold anyone. We loaned, don't we?
Players on loan, we have to pay their wages. It's embarrassing. Know who owns your football club before you come on here telling us we're negative. That was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, this is...
The way he played was embarrassing. Rashford's finishing, embarrassing.
Well, this is go on, Irfan, go on.
I was going to say, but beyond that though, what do you think the players are thinking after a performance like that? Would you think they're thinking themselves?
Nah, I don't think they look at themselves and think, oh well, it's the end of the world. We've got a goal, we've got the 3 points, and that's it. I get the paycheck at the end of the week.
Internalize and look at themselves and say, "Shit, we need to sort this out or whatever. We need to."
Well, this is the problem, though, Irfan. If these people want to do it, I'm sorry, they should have done it 3-4 years ago with all the other managers that have fallen by the wayside. Because
they're just coasting along.
Yeah, they're just listen, Irfan. So there's some of them here, honestly, right, who. They're just here for the paycheck. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire, for example, man, he comes out with all these quotes and everything. Do you know what's funny as well? When he comes out with these quotes, people are paying him to say it.
Yeah.
He gets paid to come out to the media and say all of these things, yet he's supposed to be Man United's captain. I don't hear any other captain at any other football club who comes out with quotes midweek.
Yumaka, I don't believe that it's all on Onegon and Solskjaer.
No. This goes a lot higher than any man. Listen, even for the managers that some of us have hated, such as Mourinho and that.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, can I just say though, every time we have a sort of negative discussion or a realistic discussion, no matter when we end,
probably what.
Well, I mean, like I said, we analyze all the issues, and everything always goes back to the same thing, and it's right in front of us. It's the Glazers. Everything, every bad performance, everything negative about the club always comes back to these bastards running the club. It always, when you really be honest about it.
Bruno a contract, knowing that they were going to get a new manager. So why didn't they wait? Why are they giving him a new contract?
Because they got cowboys running the club. Absolute cowboys. The ones that normal play, another player buys a player, another team buys a player for 30 million. We'll get that same play for 70 million. That's just who we are. Everyone knows that everyone around the world knows that about us. So not only are we the laughing stock as a on the football pitch, we're the biggest laughing stock as a club with money. We're the biggest laugh. We're that club that gets rinsed all day long. So we're getting slapped from everything angle. So when that guy says it's the worst it's been for 35 years, now I've watched him longer than 35 years. It's not the worst it's been for 35. It's the worst it's ever been managed in the 35 years. It's the worst. The general state of the play is the worst, not just on the pitch. It's not necessarily the worst on the pitch. It's the worst as a club as a totality. That's what it is.
Okay, he says here they're bad. Okay, we all know that. But what would complain about No, we're just analyzing the game. This is a match. This is a match reaction. This is not just a normal company. This is a match reaction, Nick Van Dam. So we got to talk about what we saw. And we can't have a fake positivity. Toxic. I'm not about toxic. I'm not. I want to have different points of views. And that's why I'm glad you disagree or the other guy disagrees. Because
it's football opinion, yeah.
Well, every opinion is welcome unless you're abusive in this, or you're abusive to the people in the chat or to anybody else, anything abusive, right? But the point is that as a match preview, we were absolutely woeful tonight. Bruno, at times, I'm telling you, he would get subbed in a Sunday league. I'm telling you, he would be subbed in a Sunday league at times. So, and Rashford's finishing woeful.
Left foot, he hasn't got left foot. Let's be honest about Rashford. He's not got left foot at all. Those chances on his left foot, weren't they? Yeah, the main ones. It's levels and everything. We just, like I said, it's going to be another tough year, another really, really tough year to get through this year. It's going to be a tough football year. Thankfully, we've got a bit of respite from the World Cup. Going to give us a bit of a time off from our depression. We'll get it back again once the football season starts again. It's a reality, but we have to call it out for what it is. We have to tell the truth of how we see it. And like I said, when we look back tomorrow, it's shocking that we only won 1-0 against this team, against this pub team, as everyone called them. Yeah, it is shocking that we only won 1-0, and it's the fact that the way we won 1-0 as well. It was really poor, very poor.
Who's at the bottom of the league now? Who's at the bottom of the league? Leicester. Leicester will beat them 3-0.
Yeah,
fine, normal. 3-0. Good night, Vienna. Man, you don't have to struggle 93rd minute. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't, but why would he want to come? He won't want to come.
He's not going to come here. No way.
Young, talented footballers don't want to come to us. Sancho and Anthony. Anthony only came because of who? Because of Ten Hag. And Sancho came because he went for a long time. That's it. But no youngsters are going to come to Man United. No young, talented players. Unless Man United ridiculously improve over the year or two. They're not. Big up, Steve. Side of champions tonight, winning a game when he didn't play well. I'm telling you, of course, any team in the championship would beat them. I'm telling you. Any team. I thought it was a handball, by the way. The guy did that. That was a penalty. I don't care what anybody says. That was a penalty. On the replay, that was a penalty. He went like that with his arm. The referee.
It wasn't clear cut. I see what you're saying. They could be given.
The ball came from a long way. It's not like the ball was 2 yards away. It came from.
But it was in there. It was sort of.
No,
his arm was in. He saved himself because his arm was in.
See the replay. Yep. He's leaning his arm like that, dipping his arm towards the ball, and the ball hits his arm. That's what I'm saying to you. The intensity which we had against Liverpool, against Arsenal, we even had it against Leicester and Southampton. That's evaporated, gone. We don't have that intensity anymore. It's just ponderous Loster FC. That's what we are. Yeah, they were. They were all right for shots. Of course they were.
No, some were, not all were. Some of them were on his left foot. Some of the chances were on his left foot.
And Rashford's one. That was a left foot. What was the other? Who had a left foot shot?
I think he's talking about me saying the chances on left foot on his left foot. They weren't on his right foot. They were most of the chances that I saw that he could have scored were just left foot tapping.
No, he had a one on his left foot, but he hasn't got no.
Well, he had one on his right as well.
I think he might have been offside anyway. Listen, when we give the credit, I came on here against Liverpool, gave credit. I came on here against Arsenal, gave credit. I came on here against Southampton, gave credit. But within that, when you're analysing the game, there's things that Man United should do better. I'm not saying that. The managers
these are quite frail, triggered Man United supporters. They're quite frail. They want us to sugarcoat it all. That's what they want. They want sugarcoat. They want us to be positive because we beat, like you said, a pub team, Port Vale, Cyprus's Port Vale. They want us to be positive about that. And look, I could be positive if we really played well and only won 1. I could be positive, but we didn't play well, and we blagged the 1-0 win at the end of it, and that's what we're analysing: the fact that we're terrible and we're so inconsistent. And I don't know how hard to turn them around.
Ever result in the history of Nicosia.
Yeah,
they've only been a football club since 1945. That would have been their greatest feat in the history of their football club if they would have got a 0-0 tonight. And you know what? Their guy Bruno is the greediest guy ever. If he squares that, it's a tapping.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying, Nuruddin. That chance that the guy had just to square it, he didn't even look up, and you saw Lennon go crazy. I mean, Nuruddin, that's what I'm saying. The more we just talked about that now, and that was the best chance of the whole game.
Irfan, this is Lilas, yeah, Macedonian brother. My local team in North Macedonia beat Omonia 4-1
Yeah, but look. I know you can say that, but everyone raises a game against Man United.
Hey, to be fair, North Macedonia have got absolute ballers. What a ballers they have! Brilliant footballers they have. Brilliant footballers. No, I understand. Look, Van Dam, we understand that it's just. Nick Van Dam says it just comes down to the Glazers, Marcel, which the whole club is broken now. We need a stadium fixed. Every sporting area is addressed. New owners would be perfect. Yeah, of course it would be. Of course it would be. But when we're analysing the match, we can't be fake positive. We can't. We're not just moaning. I gave credit when we beat Liverpool, especially the big games. I give credit if United give it. Against Man City, cowards.
Nuruddin, look, read it.
4 minutes, 4 goals.
Read it, Nuruddin, read it. Look.
Give credit to people, respect your opinion, other than the guy's always negative no matter what. I don't listen to him.
Who's that? Is that me? Is that Tom? Who is that?
He's talking about me. He's talking about me.
No, he's talking about me or Tom. He's got to be. We're the other guy. No, you're the main guy.
Some people think I'm negative. That's what I said. That to me, that for being real, when you're real in modern world, you get accused of being negative. It's like everybody. Irfan, we've got a world on every aspect of the world. It's all PR. It's all propaganda. Every aspect of life. Every aspect of life in this world has to be fake positivity. Now, it's just mad. Everybody has to be positive. Exactly. Open heart surgery. Of course it is. Of course it is. And the guy told you. You had the guy there to help the football club to get those players out, to get 10 players in. But no. And they're telling you in January, they're not going to spend.
Nuruddin, yeah, but a part of the poison is the fact that you're buying players and then you're paying them wages that no other team would ever give them. So you're going to be stuck with them to the length of the contracts. And then you keep awarding them contracts when they haven't deserved them. And they're laughing and thinking, oh my God, I'm in heaven here. I can play terrible. I'm still going to get paid 200 grand a week for 10 years. It's amazing.
Look, we are not. You're never positive, my brother. You guy at the bottom. This is her fun. If we smash the team, you'll find a negative little night. It's
talking about me. Fucking hell, man. Shit. Wow.
Somebody needs to calling you more. Calling you.
I told you it was. I told you it was only going to be me or Tom. Negative. Yeah, fine. I don't give a shit. Tell you the truth. I don't care what.
This is a big up Muhammad Ali. He's saying it will be a miracle if we hit 60 points.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say with a lot of people is that when people want to give an opinion and everything, what people don't hear can't hurt them. That's the only thing I always say to people. If you don't hear what people want to say or have to say, listen. There's other people that you can go and hear and you can go and listen to, but they'll probably have similar opinions to what we say. Because what do we have all in common? We're all Manchester United fans at the end of the day. But the one thing that we can all say is we all want the best for this football club. And right now, we are far, far away from anything of being the best. Far away.
Can I just say, Tom? Trust me, if I was negative, I wouldn't even bother becoming on the channel. I would say, see you later, Nuruddin. Don't bother calling me up. That's it. That's negativity.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's real negativity, yeah? So these jokers on here who think I'm negative, you don't know what negative is. Yeah? Your brains need to grow a lot more before you understand how to think about, analyze football at the end of the day. And let's face it, let's be honest, a lot of footballers are here, a lot of football supporters, they're there for that little dopamine hit. Oh yeah, my team won, I'm going to be good tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. That's not football. That's not real. That's not real supporting your club. Supporting your club is when you're honest about it and you break it down.
Let me just get sorry. Mombongo says, "Hi guys, extremely disappointed with today's display. We can't smash teams, such teams 6-0. We need to lower our expectation. But I have zero expectations. So when United fans tell me we're gonna win a trophy, this team can win a trophy, I'm like, unless we get 3 more signings, I can't see this team winning any trophy, or finishing 4th. I get called negative. My expectations are low. Don't worry about that, bro. That's what they are. Honestly, they are. I'm sorry. And Bruno is pathetic. I'm sorry. I'm going to call it out. Bruno was horrendous again tonight. Horrendous. Dog. I think we should wait till in the second half of the season to fully judge the team. But then Ten Hag's philosophy will be. Yes, we understand that. Listen, I've said it. I've said it a long time. I've been saying even.
Come on.
I don't expect Man United to be challenging for trophies. I expect Man United just to play better football. But
I don't buy this though. I'm sorry, I really don't, because some of these players, they were judged. They had 6 months last summer where they absolutely took the piss out of every Man United fan, and everybody's forgetting all this, and they're completely hoodwinked by it all. Because these players who people portray as being their heroes, they're not your heroes.
They're not your heroes.
They completely dropped the guard for 6 months and stole a living from every single one of you who paid to go to that stadium, who paid for those shirts. For 6 months, they stole a living from you. Don't ever forget this. I don't care if it's now when we're winning Jack All or in 5 years' time when we're winning everything. It doesn't make a difference. These people stole a living from you. And I don't even need to name names because people know who they are. These people, and they come out week in, week out with the same old shit. Every single week. We're building something. We'll hear it in 2-3 years' time if they throw another manager under the bus.
We've had more rebuilds. I swear to God, we've had more rebuilds.
Listen.
We've had more rebuilds than that housing TV show on Channel 4. What is it called?
Comes Under the Hammer.
Design.
Under the Hammer or Grand Design, yeah. We've had more rebuilds.
There's so many TV channels about building houses. It's just crazy how many are on.
No, Grand Design is the one, yeah. Man United have had more rebuilds than Grand fucking Design, mate. That's what it's become.
But I think a normal club would have gone bankrupt, but fully bankrupt. It's just the fact that because we've got such a massive support base and we can keep building, making revenue. This is why it's a long track. I mean, like ABU has been living a dream for the last 8-9 years. Let's be honest, Nuruddin. They've been
they're in heaven.
They're in heaven for the last 9 years.
There's 3 or 4 people I know personally who tell me, you will hear from me when you're getting good again.
Yeah.
You will hear from me. But anyway, big up Block says here, I became a United after watching 4-3 against Real Madrid quarterfinal 2002-2003. Now I have to watch us struggle against. What have we done to deserve this?
Oh, the Glazers.
The Emirates. We don't need the Emirates to buy the play. Listen, the Emirates apparently, the guy who wants to buy it is worth 16 billion. Do you think he's going to give 9 billion to the Glazers? No chance.
Yeah, remember, but we said that was just them playing, like sort of mind games. They'll probably take 6 for it.
Yeah, it's scary, bro. Kadeem, I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Yeah.
Casemiro always says here, I have to defend the first of all and provide a balance for the team. I help my teammates with defensive work, bring the ball out with quality. That's my job. Of course, a goal here, there is nice, but doing my job's defending that comes first. We don't give a shit about you either, or the bottoms.
That's me. He's talking about me.
You don't need to get abused. You don't need to. We keep it respectful here, bro. You don't need to get abusive. Irfan has a point of view. Like you have a point of view. So no abuse needed here, bro. If you want me to show your thing, I'm only showing it because I see you've lost your head, right? But no need to be abusive. No need. You can talk about it normally.
Oh man.
No, everyone's like they can say what they want.
So sorry for using the shit word. Sorry for I'm frustrating your opinion sometimes when other people see it different. Yeah, that's all it is, bro. That's all.
Yeah.
You see it different. No. Listen, it's no malice here.
But Nuruddin, we're reading out the comments. that are different. So we might learn something too. It's not just a case of, oh, we know everything. We know everything.
I have never claimed, and I will always run away any football fan that tells you I know it all. No, you don't. No, you don't. Football is to me, it's unscripted 90 minutes of drama, 90 plus minutes of drama, and everybody has an opinion. Everybody has their own opinion.
You wouldn't use those words for Man City, would you? Because you know they're going to win 3 or 4 or 5-0 every game, pretty much. Yep. You know, like United used to be like, 15, 20 years ago.
Fun. I see Crystal Palace did what they did. I see what Newcastle, everybody thought they were going to smash Newcastle. They didn't. Villa should have beat them. Villa had a goal disallowed for some ridiculous offside when he wasn't even offside. They messed up. Villa would have beat them. So I'm sorry. sorry. Wendy,
fair point.
We don't agree with the panel. Just push back on the structure all the time. It's not negative. It's a debate. Yeah, of course it is. It's a debate, and we welcome debate. That's what makes a good show.
That's it. Wendy's on the money. On the money. She's on the money.
Always. Wendy's always on the money. Like me and Wendy don't always agree. I don't always agree what she says, but I respect her because I know it comes from a good place.
No, she's intelligent. Yeah. Come on, we know she's.
It comes from an insightful. She's an insightful person.
She's intelligent, as clear as day. Come on, you've known it for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know about intelligence. I think everybody's intelligent.
No, it is. It's football intelligence. It's football intelligence.
I think everybody's intelligent. I'm a believer that in the equality that everybody's intelligent. Some people just express it in a different way, but I don't always agree with Wendy. But I respect her, and I just say I all due respect, I disagree. But to think that we're gonna come in here after a game where we've been I've got the couple of WhatsApp groups, they're laughing from everybody. It's incredible. People are literally crying. I can see them crying, laughing at Man United. So at the end of the day, we can see it, guys. We can see it, but we have to call it out as we see it. We can't all pretend. Of course, Eric Ten Hag he's got, to me, the hardest job he will ever have in football.
Yeah.
Because he's come to a club that
ever have.
He had a chance. You know what? Now, if Barcelona get rid of Xavi, he could have gone to Barcelona. If let's say Bayern Munich get rid of Nagelsmann next season, he could have gone to Bayern Munich. Where everybody's backing him, and he only has to concentrate on the coaching at this football club. Full of drama because the people who own the football club don't care, and they've got bankers to run in the football club. It's crazy. But anyway, listen. So many comments. Good debate tonight. Really good debate tonight. Living in Leeds, being a United fan, has always come on a way. Big up, Tom. Sorry, Tom. Big up. I did this with the easy United player. How I want in my life to be, with passion, hunger, never say die attitude. It's not there anymore, bro. That's not the football club anymore. Yeah, that's what I say. City can struggle in certain games. They can have fun because football is not.
No, I know they can. I know they can. But look, Nuruddin, look, that's because you know, and I know football's about motivation as well. We wouldn't watch the game if the underdog couldn't occasionally beat the favorite. We wouldn't watch the game, would we? But I'm just saying to you, the reality is City 7, 8, 9 times out of 10. They're going to whoop the other team, okay? And if that was Man United, like it was a certain time on the Fergie, we'd be laughing up all day long. Other fans would hate it, but we'd be laughing up all day long. So I'm just saying, this whole unscripted thing, I get it, but they are a team that's run super efficiently, right? With the best manager, with the best players. And they're our rivals. They're our own City rivals. So we have to talk about that. There's no reason. We just want to be able to compete. We want a structure. We want proper owners. We want decent management so we can compete. We don't have to. Okay, winning's a bonus, but we just want to compete. We don't want to be this club that's got such deep Machiavellian bullshit going on all day long. Everyone's stabbing each other at boardroom level for their own personal gain, and we're just like idiot supporters, just there, we're lapping it up, helpless without anything to say. We got at least comment, so the conversation starts going round and round and round to different groups, societies around the world, so everyone knows. Okay, the worst thing is not knowing the bullshit. That's my opinion. At the end of the day, we don't want to live in like some kind of false reality, do we? We want to be honest about it. We know more than what the owners know about the club. We know that all of fans.
We care about the football club, so we go out and seek the information. But guys, listen, big up to every one of you. every one of you, and we'll leave it. Big up Hassan Yusuf as well, Irfan, Tom. Make sure you follow Tom Journalist 1, Irfan Rainey on Instagram. Music, most of it is all music and the events that we do. And then Irfan Rainey on Twitter, mostly politics and football. But Tom Journalist 1, people, on Twitter, if you can find him, that guy Red Devil. But listen, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're happy that we've won. But to me, when I see this football club, I don't see this club winning at a Europa League. I'll be incredibly surprised. And I'll print out everything I'm saying now and I'll eat it live on camera. I swear to you, I'll do it.
Let me say, it isn't negative of a Man United supporter like me to say I'd rather be out of the Europa League, so we have a chance to get our heads together for the Premier League, which is most important. It's not great or negative of me to say that.
Exactly, and the team have more time on the training ground with Erik ten Hag. Guys, thank you so much. Win, lose or draw, Glazers out, bankers out, always. That's what we always say. We don't expect to win every game. But in the games like this, where the difference, the gulf is that big, you expect Man United to win easy.
I mean, no, can I just say, that probably played on the players' minds, though. If I was to give the players any slack, I'd say it's the fact that we're playing these minnows. This pub team was supposed to win 10-0, and I think that did play on the players' minds as well. So a little bit of a banana skin mentally, in my opinion, as well. If I was to cut some slack, which I'm not going to cut them anyway, but if I was, that would be it. That would be it.
No. They had nothing to lose, didn't they? And they play like we can't win the Europa League. Look at who are coming down. So
I know, of course we can. Of course
Barcelona,
we can. Yeah.
Juventus, Barcelona, who has AC Milan.
Yeah.
Another team
Atletico might be coming down as well.
Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, AC Milan, Juventus.
Yeah. No chance. And Arsenal didn't remember it as well. Yep.
But I think we could beat Juventus. They're shit.
They're terrible. They're terrible. They're suffering shit.
And that Barca that played last night, we could give them a game. I personally think on the counter, we could give them a game.
Yeah, we could do them on the counter. We could.
Yeah. But peace, love, and light, people. Win, lose, or draw. Glaze us out. Bank us out. Keep your head on the main target. The reason Man United find themselves in this 10 years of absolute horrendous way of being owned, run, is up to the Glazers and the bankers. Peace, love, and light, people. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.